Hello, and welcome back to Super Pat World. It is time for some Mario Maker 2 on a Saturday morning. Hope your weekend is off to a good start out there. It's another sunny day over here. Another sunny day in California. I'm not in California, but it's a great Yellow Card song. What's up, K. Baronsky? Have a good time at your pops. What's up, Nadha Nick? What's up, Miko? Let's see what we got today. See if we can push those lives back up to the 90s. Whew, what's up, Cause, D-Nac, Anthony, and Johnny? How are ya? How are ya? Hope you're having a good start to the weekend. Got my last lift of the week done. So now I get my 2-day break. I do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So I'm glad that's done. Got the first 2 miles of the day done. I'll do the other 2 after dinner. Got all the meal prep, all the dishes, all the laundry done. So I'm in good shape over here. Got the chores squared away. All right, we're just about set up and ready to go here. $85 lives, 5,933 clears. What's up, Jimmy? Thanks, Cause. How are you, Simon, Roderick, and Andrew? All right, let's start it up. Only thing left to do is to do it. Timed wall kicks. This sounds like a great way to start. Oh, yeah, look at this. Good morning, Barbara. 2,046 people been here, 431 people liked it. 48-second world record. Thanks for the support, Kane the man. What's up, Troy, my boy? Hope you're having a good day at work there, Jimmy. Thanks for the share, Tan the man. Oh, yeah, look at this. Now, this is the way to start the stream. This is the way to start up the stream. We don't even have to wait. Well. All right. Very cool. This is very, very cool. This is incredible. What's up, Nicole? Very cool concept here. Oh. Oh, look at this. You can trust the coin blocks. This is unbelievable. I love this level, Andrew. No! No, that's a foolish mistake. Little cheesy delight there. And there we go. That's how you want to start the stream. That's the start we are looking for. Shout out to Lena. Is your real name Melina? I'm wondering what Lena's short for. You don't have to say. Just a random thought. There we go, Troy. We got it done. I got the smoothie. I've got the recipe down. Just a couple grapes, couple frozen grapes, frozen banana, frozen blueberries, vanilla yogurt, with milk. And it is incredible. I finally don't miss my Dunkin' Latte. If you've been a viewer for a while, you know weekends used to mean Dunkin' Latte with the stream. 88 lives, 5,934 clears. It also often meant a donut and a coffee roll. I was living that good life. You're probably the best person. I don't know about probably. 37 people been here, 3 people liked it, 29-second world record. How does this work? What am I missing? I don't know what they want. What percent milk do you use? I do the fat-free Fairlife. What's up, Andrea? Your name is Lena. Okay, there it is. Front to back. Shout out, Lena. What's up, Game & J? 12 people been in. Nobody liked it. 32-second world record. You're a 2% guy? I grew up... In my house, we always had 2%. And then, for a long time, I... Oh, boy. Had, a girlfriend that loved the 1%, so we got the 1%. And now that I'm working on my cholesterol, I'm just trying to lower the fat wherever I can. So now I just keep it. This is tough. How do I approach this? There's one. But the thing with me is, I don't love the taste of milk in the first place. So a lot of the positive benefits of having the full fat are kind of wasted on me. Oh, gosh! There we go. I feel like if you're, there we go. I'll give you a like for that. I feel like if you really enjoy the taste of milk, that's where 2% in whole milk can really be a benefit. But if you already aren't crazy about the flavor of milk, then, if anything, fat-free is even better. So that's my take on it. Yeah, I'll give you your first like. Michael T's all about the whole milk. What's up, Lee? You do a shake with 1 banana, glass of milk, 3 tablespoons of vanilla ice cream. Well, there we go. Now that is a shake, my friend. That's a straight-up milkshake. Nightstorm's down with the fat-free. The Fairlife milk is pretty awesome. There it is, Zach and PJ. How are you, Andrea? There we go, Sans. What's up, Aubrey? Did I enjoy the new Super Mario Bros. Wii? I never played it. I'd like to someday. 89 lives, 5,935 clears, especially with how much I like it in this game. Secrets of something? 82 people been 8 people liked it, 57-second world record. What's up, Nathaniel? You can change the fruit to whatever you want. You sure can. I feel like we can cheese this. Soy milk. I'm not a big fan of soy milk. I can't say I really had it, though. When I was a kid, my mom used to have it. But, now wait a minute. You know what? This is something that I don't know if was actually true. I remember her saying, well, Pat, stay away from the soy milk because of something related to estrogen. But this was back in the 90s, so it might be way off. Let me see. Let me see if that has any truth to it, now that we can check. Back in the day, I was told that as a male, I should stay away from soy milk having something to do with estrogen or something hormonal. Was that actually true, or is that not real?
Right. So, short answer, that fear was overblown. Soy has plant compounds called isoflavones that weakly mimic estrogen, but they don't act like human estrogen in any meaningful way at normal intakes. The best controlled trials and meta-analyses show no significant effects on testosterone or other male hormones. A few isolated case reports with extremely high soy intake showed reversible effects, but those are way beyond typical diets. For most people, moderate soy foods like tofu or soy milk are considered safe.
Okay, so then what would you say that line is where you get into the extreme territory? Like if you're having 4 or more servings of soy a day, 10 or more servings, what's the line?
Let me check real quick. So, there's no hard line where things suddenly flip. Most people eating 1 to 3 servings a day are fine. 4 to 5 is still not clearly harmful in studies, but the odd case reports that raise concerns were people doing something like 8 to 12 servings a day for months on end. Basically, the kind of amount that crowds out most other foods. If you're having a normal, varied diet, soy foods fit in just fine.
Okay, so if someone was just to swap out regular milk for soy milk in all their milk usage, that would certainly be way under that line.
Yeah, that sounds in the normal range to me. Replacing dairy milk with soy milk for typical amounts is still within what research considers safe.
Very good. Okay, interesting. There we go. Some clarity on that. What's up, Candy Pastel? Almond milk's pretty good. Used to speedrun Mario Bros. Nice. Aubrey, what's up, Josh? Okay, 82 people been here. 8 people liked it. 57-second world record. We found this. Maybe some cheese? I don't have a key, though. So that doesn't make sense, because if I actually went through this P door, I wouldn't have the key. I don't get it. What's up, Bailey? What, bro? I don't understand this. I don't understand. You prepared yourself for battle. Went to the dealership yesterday, found a nice Jeep Grand Cherokee. Tornado sirens were going off. Oh my gosh. Going this morning, try to beat them up on the price. There you go. Good luck. I believe in you, Josh. Do we need it? We do. Well, we can do this, I think. No, we can't. Alright, just do it the right way, Pat. Bowser, you're in the way. I need that. Come on, bro. No. How do I get back? Now, which... Now, seemingly, I could just cheese it. Oh, no, because the on-off? This, I'm really confused by this level. Yeah, I could have just cheesed this. We could have just used the key in the other room. So now we're going to go back here. Good morning, Abby. Alright, this ended up taking a while, but at least we're getting it done. And so now... What do I have? A shell, I don't need this. Now I want to go through the P door to get to the key door? What's up, Mary? Yeah. Alright. I was confused, but you at least gave me enough time to deal with it. What's up, Donald? I'll give you a like, buddy. Shout out to you, Mary. There we go, Donald, Andrea, Tan the man. There we go, Nathaniel and Troy. Leah and Jeremy. Turning the page. 92 lives, 5,936 clears. Getting your documents prepared to ask the tough questions. Thanks for the follow, Stand Man. 92 people made it, 12 people liked it, 11-second world record. A trampoline catch. Oh. I think I understand. I've got to fly through and grab the falling spring. Good morning, Dan. I have no idea, bro. I'm gonna let this one go. It's gonna take too long. What's up, Logan? Episode 2. What's up, Sven? 28 people been here. One person liked a 10-second world record. Need a key. Okay. Well, maybe I'm supposed to do the back? No, I can't get back there. Alright, you can keep it. What's up, Francisco? Can you say it's me, Wario? There you go, I just said it. 19 people been in, nobody liked it. 17-second world record. Swamp mechanics. I think I need this thing to fling me. Oh, close. What's up, Victoria? Thanks for the share, Sven. What's up, Jack? I did not mean to pause. There we go. Okay, fair enough. There we go, Lena. Thanks, Josh, PJ, and Troy. Shout out House of Peachy. And shout out Double Star Mom 35. 94 lives, 5,937 clears. Victoria, this is Mario Maker 2. Over 30 million levels. More than I could ever complete. 8 people been here, nobody liked it. 41 second world record. That's why relative to 30 million, 10,000 ain't even that many.
Oh no!
Get the key. Alright. What's up, William and Score Bunny 88? That was fine. Thanks, Danny. Andrea, double star. How are you, Danny? Lena? Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. It's an Irish song. 96 people been here. Nope, 96 lives, 5,938 clears. Thanks, MD Champ, 2013. This is too long. Dan, you know it. You know that one. Oh, Danny boy. Have an Uncle Danny. My mom was 6 at a family gatherings. I love that. 21 people been here. 3 people liked it. 34 second world record. Partly Irish. Okay, then you definitely know. Oh, no. We gotta try again.
Oh
Good
no!
morning, J-Man from Baltimore. How was the show last night? J-Man saw Barry Manilow. Oh, come on, bro. You're gonna troll me now? Show was awesome. Glad to hear it. Freeze Coin Summit. $25 people been here. 1 person liked it. Minute 40 world record. We'll round up. I thought for sure there's gonna be a flower up here, but apparently not. So I'm just supposed to wait here? Okay, that's why I only got 1 like. That is a test of patience. 15 people been here, 2 people liked it, 24 second world record. Speaking of test of patience. Come on, bro. Just the sound alone is killing me. Yeah, bro. You can keep this. You can keep this one. Whew. Yeah, that's probably why, J-Man. Shout out Adventures with J-Man on Facebook. 21 people been here. 3 people liked it. Minute world record. Oh! Unreal, bro. It was too low, so I needed to be closer to the edge. Here we go. Good morning, Kim Kim. Appreciate you, Aubrey. Oi! Now, what do you want me to do here, buddy? Just big jump? Let's see if we can get sneaky top of the flag. Nope. What's up, Noah? Thanks, Andrea. Double star, Jack, Lena, and Jack's of clubs. I didn't like the thwomp that hits you on the head. 94 lives. 5,939 clears. Point of view, firebars 0. Looks like more than 0 to me. 44 people been here, 6 people liked it, 7-second world record. Come on, bro. How am I supposed to... This is memorize the level. Let it go, pet. Even though I do like those challenges, I'm instantly annoyed. I am instantly annoyed. Thanks for the heart, Sammy. 8 people been here, 1 person liked it, 44-second world record. Okay, this looks interesting. Bro, what is this? This is 1-ups. That's a lot of Bowsers. See you later. I don't know what was going on there. What's up, Magic? Thanks, Lena, Jax, Andrea, Josh, and Mary. Thanks, House of Peachy. 95 lives, 5,940 clears. Good morning, Derek. 50-second speed run. Ooh, big numbers. 742 people been here. 113 people liked it. 35-second world record. Good indication. All right.
yeah, Mario time.
Good morning, Monolith. Thanks, Miss K, Andrea, Jax, Magic, Score Bunny. Thanks, Prime Time, for the clutch. Thanks, Mary, Double Star. Aubrey wasn't down with the first section. Thanks, Kim Kim. 98 lives, 5,941 clears. Here we go, MD Champ. Totally the easiest level ever. Laval. 30 people been here, 3 people elected, 26-second world record. That's the whole thing.
No.
Did I play a Yoshi game? Michael T, I have not played anything other than Mario Maker 2 since it would have been when I started this challenge back in March. There we go. We got a new heart, Mr. Dunn. Is there more? Come on. There we go. Oh my gosh. No! Wow. There we go. We got the one up. Not for me. Thanks, Score Bunny, Andrea, Monolith, and Dan. 98 lives, 5,942 Julius. Mm-mm-mm. 18 people been here, 2 people liked it, minute and a half world record. Looks like it's a chase level. Wait, where do I go now? Yeah, I'm safe right here. It's gonna go over me. Can't slide on the walls.
Oh,
Come on, bro! Don't get frustrated, Pat. Just let it go. How have I been? Not too great prime time, but I'm getting through. I'm pushing through. Dealership just texted me off for the war. Good luck to you, Josh. Get the best price you can. Don't let them boss you around. You got to be willing to walk. It's the key part of any negotiation is a genuine willingness to walk away. 25 people been here. 2 people liked it. 45-second world record. Gotta let it go there, Rob. See, no, my health is great. My whole life is basically about my health right now. Let's upgrade the car here, like Josh. P. Started the year with a little bit of a health scare with high cholesterol and finding out I had Barrett's esophagus. And ever since, I have taken it very seriously. Completely changed my diet and lifestyle. And ever since, I get a couple miles in every day. I lift Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And I track everything I eat. I've tracked everything I've eaten for 145 days now. Oh, that's probably the car I needed too, right? I can't believe it, bro. The car is so brutal. Good morning, Brandon. How high is it? My LDL was 145. And for a typical person, you want that LDL 130 or lower. But I have a ridiculously bad family history. So if you've got a bad family history with heart issues, you want it under 100. So relative to being lower than 100, that's pretty bad. Let this go, Pat. I'm gonna get annoyed here. And see, there's a thing called lipoprotein A. That is a marker that is basically fully genetically influenced. No matter what I do, no matter how healthy I eat, no matter how much I work out, basically can't touch it. And you want that 75 or under, and mine is 152, more than double, the one I can't do anything about. So that's why it's so important to get my LDL down. And so, in a matter of 4 months, I got my LDL down from 145 to 114. Just diet and exercise, which is excellent. But at the same time, that's when I found out I had low ferritin and then had to get a colonoscopy out of nowhere. And they didn't find anything. Everything was good. So now I'm on an iron supplement. And now in October, I'll get tested for both again. And hopefully by October, I'll have my LDL under 100 and I'll have my ferritin back at least over 40. So that is my whole life right now. 17 people been here, one person liked it, minute world record. That and doing everything I can to get out of debt. Doing whatever can be done to get out of debt. What is this, bro? I'm out. Good morning, Dave. Got the yard work done. Tested my wife since my father-in-law's high. Thankfully, hers is good. As a healthcare professional, appreciate you taking care of yourself. I have to learn about it. Hurts my heart to see people that know things and then do nothing to change it. Well, it's definitely a complicated thing. What's ferritin? It's basically your body's storage. I'm going to oversimplify. It's your body's backup storage of iron. So my iron count for it, like I actually get 8 to 10 grams of iron in my diet. I get a good amount of iron. The issue is my body is not doing a good job of storing it. And one possible thing is I'm on omeprazole for the Barrett's esophagus, and that prohibits the absorption of the iron. So that might be part of the culprit. But ultimately, I'm really hoping that this supplement's going to do the trick. You get Crohn's disease and had a colonoscopy school. They're not nice. It's true, they're not nice, but I am grateful. 2026, it was not nearly as bad as I was aware. Well, my biggest concern was that they were going to mess something up and like tear internal lining. That was my biggest fear. I mean, and obviously finding something. Those were the two biggest fears, and neither of those happened. But process it by itself. The drink that I had to drink was tasteless and textureless. So the prep was not as bad as I thought, and then the procedure itself wasn't that bad either. Have vitamin B12 deficiency. It's complicated. There we go. We're taking it serious, Brando. Yeah, what I was saying is diet and exercise, specifically diet, food. There's so much psychology behind food, chat, in a way. Now, I've grown up with parts of my family that struggle with obesity, okay? I'll share that with you. And I did not recognize just how psychological the food part was until I started eating the same thing every day. And what hit me hard in that first month was the sadness of not being able to look forward to the ultra-delicious thing. Look forward to that pizza. Look forward to that ice cream sundae. Look forward to that, like, decadent, super delicious food. I didn't even recognize in any given day there was a big part of my brain dedicated to leaning on as a crutch oh, I get to have this amazing, no matter how bad this stuff is that's going on right now, at least I've got my pizza waiting for me. At least, like, again, this wasn't conscious. I didn't even recognize it until it was gone. Now that I eat the same thing every day, which I actually do enjoy, but not as much as pizza and ice cream. I definitely enjoy what I eat. But again, it's a big difference between enjoying what I eat versus looking forward to the next delicious thing I'm going to eat. And it's really been eye-opening. Now that I'm basically 4 months deep into it, it has been a very strange adjustment, not looking to food for, like, the joy in life. And again, I'm not saying I dread eating. I actually really enjoy what I eat, but it is distinctly different than that ultra unbelievable, this is going to be the best thing I ever tasted type thing that used to regularly be a part of my psychology. So my application of that, there's a lot of people out there, they find out they have high cholesterol, they find out this and that, and they should do this thing, but it can feel like you're sacrificing the joy of life to make a change. So that's why I say it's complicated. You're on omeprazole for something esophagitis, and you take magnesium and iron. Thanks for the share, Sven. You get sick of eating the same thing every day? Yeah, well, my plan is to have this represent what I eat every day 80% of the time. And, especially once I've got my body fat percent down, I've got my LDL in place, then I'm going into maintenance mode. That's the beauty of maintenance. There's a lot more wiggle room. But it's just like cleaning a house, right? If you let the house get completely destroyed in every room, it's going to be a disaster trying to get it all clean. But once everything's clean, maintaining it requires way less effort. And your general health is the same way. Once you get things all where they're supposed to be, maintaining allows for way more wiggle room versus getting down can be a brutally difficult thing. Do you think your diet's going to be lifelong and going to change it? Oh, well, there we go, Magic. I was one step ahead of you. That's my answer, is that I don't plan on eating the same thing every day for the rest of my life, but I do plan on eating what I'm eating now for most meals, with exceptions, though. Found out your mother had cirrhosis of the liver when they went to surgery. After talking to various family members, found out liver issues, and now sister and I wondering there's something genetic. There you go. Get the testing. That's another good thing of living when we're living, chat. 2026, they've got they got a lot of tests for us now, and now AI can really help. What's up, Jess? Good morning. Thank you for the heart and the share. Show me you care. 79 people been. I told people like the 2.5 minutes is too long. What do I eat daily? Here's what I eat. Troll, skipping this. Breakfast is 2 yogurts with flaxseed meal and a protein shake. Oh boy. Lunch is salad with grilled chicken. And some fruit for dessert. What happened, bro? The good thing didn't come back. And then dinner is chicken, rice, avocado, sweet potato. And broccoli. With usually some more fruit for dessert. Life's far too short. As an RN, I can promise I've never heard a dying patient regret eating certain foods. Well, first of all, big shout out to all the RNs, all the nurses out there. Appreciate you big time, taking care of the world. What's up, Mullins? Thank you, Sven. Super Trucker J took me to take my gout pills. You know what? Today I feel quite a bit better. Okay, that's good news. They're doing a liver test when you go back to the doctor. Okay, good. Thanks, Prime Time. Okay, here's where, first of all, I appreciate you, Ashley, but I got to give a big but to what you just said. I don't doubt that people on their deathbed regret eating a specific food, but I would be willing to wager that someone who just had a major heart attack might start regretting all the greasy, fatty foods that they had eaten in the past 5 years or 10 years or whatever. So I get your ultimate point, which I don't think it's worth literally sacrificing the joy of life in order to live as long as possible. But I do think there is a quality of life. There is a quality of life factor that complicates the equation. It is going to be different for everybody. Now, for me, I want to be able to run around. I have ADHD. I like to be able to move. I want to be able to fly around. I don't want to get winded. I want to do whatever I want to do and never get winded. That means I got to be in good shape. I also want to be on the fit side of the world. Now that I've turned 40 as a single person, looking at the dating pool and just looking at my peers, once you turn 40, chat, there's two groups, the fit and the not fit. And this is the reality of metabolism and just what it means to age. There's a lot of people in the teens, 20s, even 30s that can get away with putting very little effort into their lifestyle, into their fitness, into their diet, and still live pretty great. Not really pay any price, still be in incredible shape. But once you hit 40, that percentage drops to almost nothing. And now the only people who are fit are working at it. There's nobody fit by accident. Everybody's either dieting, exercising. It's part of their lifestyle. And so I found myself at the beginning of the year at the crossroads. I got to pick a side. I'm going to spend more time in the hospital over the next 40 years if I'm lucky enough to live another 40 years if I don't address my diet and exercise. If I'm willing to now address my diet and exercise now, if I do get those next 40 years, my quality of life goes way up in basically every area except I don't get to eat all the delicious foods that I got to eat the first 40 years of my life. Now, did I enjoy eating those delicious foods the first 40 years of my life? Big time. Big time. Was it worth even like 1 or 2 hospital trips? No. What the sobering reality when you're sitting in that hospital stretcher and you're like, oh my gosh, when all the deliciousness has faded away, that's where the principle that you're saying life's too short, regret eating certain foods, I do think there's a balance. But that's just my opinion. I have no health professional credibility, only my own experience. So take all of that with a grain of salt. How far ahead do you meal prep? Oh, well, I freeze everything Digital Doom. Every Friday, I do my meal prep. So yesterday, I leave the next 3 days in the fridge, and then I freeze everything else. And then the day before I'm going to eat it, I just put it in the fridge to thaw, and by the 24 hours later, it's ready to go. So that's why I only have to meal prep 2 weeks in a row, and then I get the third week off because there's enough in the freezer to cover the whole next week. Your dad regretted the years of eating whatever he wanted. He suffered for years before passing. That's it. That's the spot I don't want to be. You're intentional on what you eat, how you train how the kids want to play with the grandkids. There you go. I love that. There you go. Glad you're feeling better, Super Trucker Jay. Good morning, Susie. What's up, Ty? Meal prep with Pat. It would be the most boring stream you ever watched. 46 people been here. 4 people liked the 6-second world record. Okay, we're back here. Here we go. Thanks for the hot rod. Actually, I'm usually streaming while the way I do it is I put the chicken in the crock pot before I start Friday's stream. Then right after the stream Friday, I have dinner. I take my walk. And before I take my walk, that's when I put the rice in the rice cooker. By the time I get back from my walk, the rice is done and the chicken's done. That's when I take the chicken out, chop it all up, make sure it's up to 165 degrees, of course. Excuse me. Get the rice out of the rice cooker, let that cool a bit while I'm prepping the chicken, then weigh out all the chicken into 4.5 ounces, and then use my 4 cups of rice into half the bags. Turns out to be about 9. 9 with rice, and then usually 10 without rice. And then label them, fridge for 3 days worth, freezer for the rest. Then the dishes, then I edit, and then it's time for bed. That was my day yesterday. Then Saturday, wake up, then do my 2 miles, then do my lifting, then quick breakfast, and then stream time. And here we are. Worried about arsenic and rice? No, I'm not worried about arsenic and rice. Do you think I should be? Let's find out. Let's explore. What concerns should I have about arsenic in rice?
Let me check. So, generally, it's not something to panic about, but worth being aware of. Rice picks up more arsenic from soil and water than other grains, but the actual risk depends on how much you eat. Occasional rice in a varied diet, not a big deal. But daily heavy rice consumption is where you might want to think about it. Methods like rinsing thoroughly or cooking it in excess water and draining it can lower arsenic quite a bit. If you're mixing up your grains, which you probably are given your health focus, you're likely in a good spot. If rice is something you have every day or multiple times a day, then it might be worth rotating in other starchy foods as well.
Okay, so here's my situation. Before I cook the rice, I rinse it 4 times before cooking it, and I have 140 grams cooked every day with dinner.
Let me check on that. Given that amount, I wouldn't worry. 140 grams cooked is a moderate serving, and rinsing does help a bit. If you wanted to lower exposure even further, an alternative would be to occasionally swap in other starches or use the excess water and drain method. But honestly, with your overall diet pattern, arsenic exposure from rice isn't a meaningful concern.
There we go. Not a meaningful concern. I'll take it. There we go. 97 lives, 5,943 clears. What's up, Steven? Thank you for the gifts. How are you? Yeah, good morning. 100 likes special. 13 people been here. 2 people liked it. 31 second world record. Uh-oh, that was not right.
Oh no!
I didn't think that through. Wow.
Oh no!
Wow. Okay, I'll do this outside the run. I'm interested, but I'm clearly not picking it up fast enough. Could swap the rice for cauliflower? No need. Well, yes, I certainly could. But I have not. The system I have is very refined. And like I said, or like AI just said, there's no meaningful concern with the way I'm doing it. Nope, no occasion to play my music. There we go. We just needed to not let the other... I needed to wait further left. That was what I was failing to see. That was the whole level!
Oh yeah! Mario time!
That was good. Yeah, I needed to be to the left. Same thing every day for 2 meals is comforting for me. I thought I was out of my yoga this morning. Almost broke my whole morning. That's fair. Thanks, Kaylin and Susie. $94 lives, 5,943 clears.
Let's go!
Random speedrun. Good morning, Craig. I'm doing this wrong. Oh, Bro, an arrow would have been nice, because I don't know where you want me to go. time. Nope, no more pet songs for a while. Will I ever learn Arabic? It's possible. What's up, Despina? If maybe if I oh gosh, maybe if I dated someone who spoke Arabic, or maybe AI will get really good at teaching languages. I'd say either of those could tip the scales. There we go. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay. Just hold jump. What's up, Christy? That was a good one. Thanks for the follow, nobody. Thanks, Lena and Sven. Thanks, Double Star Courier. Thanks for the Rose Despina. 95 lives, 5,944 please. And the GG. Thanks, Jess. The Treacherous Mansion. Sounds like a long one. Nope. 921 people been here. 123 people liked it. 27th second world record. Where am I from? I'm from New England. Massachusetts. AKA Taxachusetts. Come on, bruh. Lived in New Hampshire for many years. There you go. Yeah, people around here are some of the worst drivers in the world. What'd I do wrong? You can keep it, bro. What's up, Kim? Oh my gosh. 17 people been in, nobody liked it. 2-second world record. Wow, this is gonna be tough. You go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, turning 40 next week. I think I'll continue doing it since my body feels great and to get stronger every time I leave the gym. That's the key. That is the key. That's how I do it.
Oh
North
yeah,
Ireland.
Mario time.
Okay, nice, Christy. Notice the accent. Let's see. Let's follow up about this arsenic thing. As a follow-up to the arsenic and rice, what would be the symptoms or the worst-case scenario for the arsenic exposure in a serving of rice every day?
For a moderate serving like that, the risk is extremely low. The worst case outcomes people worry about, like certain cancers or heart issues, come from much higher long-term exposure. That's not your situation. The big haters for long-term health are the ones you're already focused on: weight, LDL, exercise, and overall diet quality. Your rice habit, as you've described it, isn't a meaningful concern.
Okay, so then try to express it as a percent risk level for my current rice usage in the context of leading to cancer or heart issues.
One moment. So I wouldn't put a percentage on it because any number I gave would be made up. The data just isn't that precise. What I can say is it's very low, so low it's not a meaningful contributor to overall cancer risk. I really wouldn't lose sleep over it.
So, would you say it's less than 1 in a million chance?
Checking that, I wouldn't say that either. Any specific number sounds precise, and the science just doesn't give us that. What I can say plainly is your current intake is very low risk, not a meaningful concern, and far down the list compared to the things you're already working on. If your goal is long-term health, there are much higher impact areas than cutting that serving of rice.
So then what would be the degree of cutting rice to completely mitigate the risk? Like, if you had risk 4 times a week, would that still put you in that potential of it leading to cancer?
One moment. There's no clear threshold where the risk drops to 0. It's more of a sliding scale. Less exposure is less risk, but that doesn't mean there is a magic cutoff. Whether it's 7 servings a week or 4, the difference in absolute risk is still tiny. Honestly, based on your overall diet, keeping that daily 140-gram serving is completely fine. You're getting a steady carb source that supports the rest of a balanced plan. If you ever want to fine-tune, you can rotate in other starches now and use the rinse and drain method, but I don't see this as a lever that meaningfully changes your health outcomes.
Okay, there we go. Arsenic and rice, is something happened in my town? No. It was just something that came up in the chat, Jorge, that I had never even heard of. 94 lives, 5,945 clears.
Let's go.
What about rice noodles? I don't know, Seuss. 6 minutes. It's a no. Let's actually say Digital Doom. I definitely had to do a lot of those jumps in my no-skip runs. 13 people bandio, 1 person elected, 11-second world record. No damage allowed, so we do not want the power-ups. Bro, come on. If you're gonna hidden block me that early in the level, pass. Read the level creator's mind. I was pumped too. I like that. 19 people bandied, 2 people. I like those kind of challenges. 19 people bandied, 2 people elected, 7-second world record. Do the lettuce recalls make me rethink my daily salad? Well, I get the Little Farms. It's called Little Leaf lettuce, and they grow it in a greenhouse. So that's my precaution. I used to switch it up and constantly get different kinds of lettuce, get spring mix, get all types of mixes. But since this outbreak, I've just stuck with the little leaf lettuce since it's the safest bet. 19 people bandied, 2 people liked it, 7-second world record. Dash, dash, dash. Is there a way to hurt myself with this? I think that will work. Oh, I bumped into it. So I wonder if that would happen the other way around too. Bro, the effects are a little much. Shell jump behind the castle? You can't shell jump with those. It'll break, I'll show you. See, it just smashes. Alright, I don't know what they want. Can it ricochet off the flagpole base? No, it'll just break. I'll show you. Do rice noodles carry the same risk of arsenic as rice grains?
Checking. Pretty much yes. Since rice noodles are made from rice, the same type of arsenic concern applies. That said, rice noodles made from white rice flour often fall in the same ballpark as other white rice products, though it can vary. But for you, with your overall diet and portion sizes, still lands in the low risk category. If you wanted to minimize that risk further, just rotate in other carbs now and then. Potatoes, pasta, quinoa, barley, stuff like that. But honestly, rice noodles once a day in a varied diet is not a big health worry. Your bigger wins are elsewhere.
There you go, Suze. 48 people been here, 5 people like the 24-second world record. Wendy D. Pasta. A maze in the dark, bro. Oh, gosh. That's ChatGPT that I'm talking to. What's up, Ronan? Yeah. Cool. 10 a.m. streams on Saturdays and Sundays.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Fair enough, buddy. If you're gonna do a dark maze underwater, that's about as good as it's gonna get. $95 lives, 5,946 clears. We're still not halfway, and we're now intended. I know I've been yapping. 9 people been in, and nobody liked it, nobody cleared it. Expected more for the first jump. How do you get ChatGPT? You download it. And I don't, that might have sounded like I'm being flippant, and I'm not. That's honestly the answer. You don't, well, and if you can also access it from a computer without downloading anything. Okay. With all the letters you eat, you should probably consider an aquaponics system. Well, the thing is, DNAC, I only have 40 grams in my salad. That's like less than half a serving. 28 people been here, 2 people liked it, minute 8 world record. So even though I eat lettuce every day, I don't actually eat that much of it. Because this is part of the trick, is with my Barrett's esophagus, when it comes to eating the amount that I eat, I should never feel completely full. I'm aiming for 7 out of 10 of fullness. It's just an app? Yes, so it's a phone app. But like I was just saying, you don't need to use, if you were going to use it on a computer, then you could just go to the website. This is not going to work. Oh. How could I ever make that? Oh, like this. Aha, okay. What's up, Mega Man? Have I played Mega Man? No. I actually have not. Always been a Mario guy my whole life. And I'm also, with all the health talk we're doing, ooh, we already done? With all the health talk we're doing today, I want to make it clear. I don't know everything. I only know what works for me. Now. My message is not everyone should do what I'm doing. That is far from my point. I'm just trying to answer the questions coming up and sharing my experience with you. But there's too many people on the internet that want to tell you, oh, if you just do X, Y, and Z, then you will get this result. And that anytime you hear that on the internet, someone telling you if you do X, Y, and Z, this will be the result, do not listen to that advice. We are humans. We are incredibly complex. We have wildly different genetics. We have wildly different everything. So the idea that if everybody just did X, Y, and Z, then you become whatever, it's not real. It's not real, chat. Just because something works really well for me doesn't mean it's going to work at all for you. And just because something works incredibly well for you doesn't mean it's going to work at all for me. That's the complexity of humans. And for whatever reason, probably because there's money to be made by telling people what they want to hear or oversimplifying, on the internet, people are just so quick to tell you, this is all you got to do. Just do this, this, and this, and you're all set. And it's just more complicated than that. Unfortunately, 95 lives, 5,947 clears. Put a torpedo on top of his car? I don't know what you're talking about, Dan. 3 people been in, nobody liked it, 14-second world record. It's the wrong chat. Okay, well, that makes more sense. Wow. That was the right thing. That was actually really tough. Oh.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Because the camera was slow scrolling, if I had just fallen, it would have counted as falling down a pit. I had to match the camera. Wow. All right. I haven't seen the challenge laid out like that. Usually you're racing against the thwomp. Thanks, Monolith and Andrea. There we go, Troy. Buongiorno, Bronstige. There we go, Kim and Yaya. $95 lives, 5,948 clears. Thanks, Jess, Yaya, and Susie, and Spacer. Standard technical. 15 people been here, 1 person liked it, 14-second world record. What is the translation? Various curls for beginner practice. Curls? You're intrigued about what Dan was talking about? Yeah, I have no idea, Gamer J. Got no idea.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Fair enough, buddy. Here we go, Monolith, a double star. What's up, Lewis? 95 lives, 5,949 clears. You know what it reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of? This is the perfect comparison to these people that they get in excellent shape and then they say, listen, you're all a bunch of losers if you're not just doing it so simple. You just do ba 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 and then you'll be really fit too. It reminds me of people who are super successful, like a lot of celebrities. And they will say, the trick to being this successful is to never give up. And it's like, bro, just because you never giving up worked out to success, there are 90% of people who never give up, like move to, in the United States, if you move to LA to try to be a movie star, probably closer to 95%, never make it anywhere. Never. They don't give up, and they completely fail. Just like if you're trying to be a professional athlete, so often the professional athletes, the trick is you got to work hard and never give up. And it's like, bro, that is not real. Just because it worked out that way for you does not mean that there still isn't a vast majority of people out there that do everything they possibly can. They never give up, and they never even come close. So I feel like there's that thing. Like, for people who have reached success in a certain area, they feel like an authority in a way that doesn't actually translate to most people. So I don't even know that it's necessarily something they're consciously aware of. But it is interesting. It is interesting that from the top of the mountain, they just think, oh, these people just don't have the discipline. And it's like, bro, it ain't as simple as that. Try your best to solve the puzzle. There are lots of passages. Don't take the wrong path. Okay, thank you for putting that in the title. Maybe mathematically behind today. Yapping something that attracts people. There we go. Appreciate you, J-Man. 72 people betting, 6 people like the 29-second world record. Even if I never gave up, I'd never be good enough to be a professional singer while playing guitar. I can almost impress kindergartens, though, not middle schoolers. Well, you got to look at someone like Bob Dylan, though, Double Star, as a counterpoint to that, because there are plenty of people out there that don't have conventionally beautiful voices who have wound up being wildly successful. Growing up, you've learned it's more about who you know, like your parents. That definitely helps, but there's plenty of exceptions to that rule as well, Mr. DCG. There are plenty of people who knew no one who still made it as far as you can make it. But the fact remains, it helps a lot if you know people, because there's plenty of examples of people being successful almost solely from who they knew. But again, we all, as humans, we want to oversimplify. We want to make it all one or all the other, but it never, ever is. 72 people been here, 6 people like the 29-second world record. We are very attracted to oversimplification. We love it. We absolutely love oversimplification. Well, oh boy. Oh. You did karaoke last night? I did impress some of those people. There you go. Show it to the DJ. Passed away, okay. All right, here we go. Give me a zebra. A zebra. Give me a zebra. Thanks for the follow, Basti. Oh, that's so frustrating. It's literally read the level clear's mind. You can't even see it before you make the jump. Wow, bro. You lost my like for that big time. Here's our first Z. Have I pitched Mario Goes to the Zoo to Nintendo? No, Nintendo don't care about me. If anything, Nintendo don't like me. Nintendo doesn't tend to support streamers. See, they gave me an arrow there. That was nice. Oh my gosh. It's so ironic to give the arrow there. There we go. No one-ups. double star, and Jorge. There we go, Troy. 91 lives, 5,950 clears. All the power up. Sounds like a long level. It is. We need a minute and a half or less. We have 36 minutes. 36 minutes to get 13 clears. Hopefully there's hidden blocks here. 108 people been here, 13 people liked it, 7-second world record. There are. Where's my on-off switch? No, I go in the door. Do it again. I'm going to intentionally not activate the first block. DT Spies, you know it. Big shout out to my buddy DT Spies. I failed to not. Okay, so now we got to do this very difficult dealio. Oh, we actually did it much better this time. Oh, the donut block might be an issue. Nope. Thanks for the GG, DD Blandon. Why do you have 30 minutes to gain 13 clears? Yeah, I need 30. I do 2-hour stream every day. I need 30 clears every day in order to hit 10K by the end of the year. The buffer is how far ahead of that goal I am. So if I get 30 clears today and every day for the rest of the year, I will end the year with 10,163 clears. So for instance, today, if I only managed to get 27 clears of my 30, I'm going to subtract 3 from the clear buffer. That's how that works. 93 lives, 5,951 clears. Do I have any smoothie left? Not really. 30 seconds. Excellent, excellent indication there. There you go. I loved it. That was intense. Double star. There we go, Jorge. Thanks, George. Susie and double star. Turning this page. Get it out of here. 96 lives, 5,952 clears. There we go. Sven, Dan in the cut. Lots of effects on that one. Super Trucker J. 100 Magic Koopas got to go. 10 people been in. Nobody liked it. Minute world record. What? How am I supposed to? I'm out. I don't know what you want, buddy. Thanks, Super Trucker J, for the support. Thanks, Jess. Shell jump. We can do a couple of these. 3 coins. 659 people been here. 114 people liked it. 13-second world record. Oh, okay. So you just gotta do it 3 times. Well, 4 times actually. Beautiful. Back to 99. I loved it. Lazy leading to healthier in my case. As my butter wasn't included in the breakfast item, only syrup. Rather go back downstairs, ask for butter. Ate it without butter or syrup. You ate it without butter or syrup? I thought you said it only included syrup. Thank you, Jess. 99 lives, 5,953 clears. Strange lift. 109 people been here, 14 people elected, 47 second world record. Oh, I misunderstood. I figure you're healthy that way anyway. I guess I don't understand. That's okay. We could get very unlucky with one of those chain chomps. Whoa. Oh boy. Oh! Wow. Wow. We done? That's cool. Thanks, Jorge and Ash. Good morning, Eugene. Thanks, Double Star. Thanks, Rod. 98 lives, 5,954 clears. Papa J was down with that one. Shout out to you, Papa J. I like that one too. That was good, Brando. Night Cave. What controller do I use? The Switch 2 Pro controller. 16 people been here. One person liked it. Well, we need a minute and a half or less. Who's going to get the super fan I sent? I don't know. It didn't come through on my end. Do you intend to add to the buffer? No. I'd love to. Anytime I get the chance. But see, when we get levels that are 2 minutes or more, it's not possible. We're already behind. We want to be at 15 after the first hour. Reminded you of Battletoads Courier. Thanks, Ash and Sven. 458 people been here. 84 people liked it. 56 second world record. It takes a few minutes to open for someone to claim. Is it like a gifted sub? Sounds like it. Looks like we want to hold left. Oh boy. No! I went too far right. It's a gifted TikTok sub. Well, thank you for the support, Super Trucker J. Feel like I played this one before. Well, there are a lot like this. I clicked it and it didn't. Oh, okay, Double Star got it, but then wasn't able to take it. Use the green platform. That's the trick here. Gotcha. 2 times through for this one. You have to wait till the timer hits 0. No, I missed my jump! I'm cooked, but we got the checkpoint. That seems strange that you have to wait till the timer hits 0 to accept a gifted sub. I wonder what the logic is there. No, okay, O got it. Shout out to you, O. That was close. Boss time. This is going to get wild on the 3rd hit. This is where it could get a little dicey. Got him. Over. Dot dot. Over with no one up. Thanks. Had it on mute. I'm thinking you gave Contra vibes, and then turn the music up. There you go. That was a good one. Well, big shout out Super Trucker J. Thanks for coming through with the gifted sub on TikTok.
You are amazing. Thanks for the support.
Just Double Star, MB Champ, Godfrey, and thanks to Jason and Rod for the gifts. 95 lives, 5,955 clears. Thanks, O. And congrats on getting Superfan box from the one and only Super Trucker J. 124 people been here, 20 people liked it, 22nd world record, 30 seconds on the clock. A Z! Thank you, bro! Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I need to Z from the far right one. Oh, I missed the hidden blocks. That makes more sense.
Mario's #1! Woohoo!
All right, purple. I don't know why those hidden blocks didn't work. Thanks, Rod. $95 lives, 5,956
Mexico.
clears. Thanks, Eugene, Erica, and Godfrey. The Cloud Ornament Temple. Sounds like a long level. Hope I'm wrong. Look at this chat. 7 minutes. Here we go. 137 people been here. 11 people liked it. 27-second world record. We got options. It's a copy record. Whoa! Here we go.
Oh yeah! Mario time!
Magic, you found risk increase from daily rice is 3% to 3.03. Only, so matters only in population scale. I don't understand. Where did you get the information? And what does the original 3% represent? Because I'm guessing daily rice represents 3.03. Oh, general risk for cancer overall from any source. Okay. So we're talking, if we were going to try to get it into a percentage, it would be 0.03% increase in risk as an estimation. This is good. Next double star and Ash. There we go. Courier and Eugene and Jess. 96 lives, 5,957 clears. We need 6 more. Now we're back on track. We had a bunch of quick ones in a row, which really helped. It really helped our cause here. I have to juggle Bowser on my head, which might sound strange, and it is. 51 people been here, 5 people liked it, 7-second world record. As you can see how Bowser's to my right? Once he lands on the Shelmet, he's going to bounce to the right, and I have to move Mario at the same rate that Bowser is moving to the right. If Bowser falls to the ground, then I no longer have any way to damage him. So that's the name of the game here. Instantly start moving right at the correct pace and maintain it until Bowser is done up. 51 people been here, 5 people liked it, 7-second world record. Got it.
Oh yeah! Mario time!
Fair enough, buddy. from EFSA. There you go. Shout out EFSA. We're back on track, Rod. Thanks, Owen Dan. Here we go, Jess. Thanks, House of Peachy. 96 lives, 5,958 please. All right, Jonas. My name is Jonas. Good Weezer song. 20 people been here. One person liked it. 8-second world record. Another quick one. Oh. I'm glad we didn't go right away. But I'm betting we can expect more of them dropping in. No? Yes. It's over for Bowser there, Rook. Okay, once we get there, we want to go to the right and under. Quite literally, memorize the level challenge. 96 lives, 5,959, please. Thanks, Rod and Double Star. Oh, buddy. 23 people been here, 2 people liked it, 22-second world record, 30 seconds on the clock. I guess I didn't need to triple there. Seconds.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
All right, we're blasting through here. We are blasting at a quick rate. Thanks, Double Star Dan and Rod. We got that last jump done. Thanks, Barack, House of Peachy, and Jess. 96 lives, 5,960 clears. Thanks for the donut, Ash. I'd love to eat a donut. You know what donut I really like? Plain. Old-fashioned plain donut. So good. 69 people been here. 9 people liked the 22-second world record. That was my Saturday tradition for a long time. Come on, bro. Cool idea, but I needed a means to see where I'm trying to land. There we go. Gotta put wild stuff on your donut to make it taste that good. The donut must not be that good. Yeah, I follow the logic. It checks out. Now, unlike this jump where we have no idea what we're doing. Oh, well, we missed the one up. One thing I miss you can't replicate. A vanilla Long John donut. There's no way to make one that I can eat that is good. Yeah, that's rough. That's annoying. An annoying part of getting older when there's just certain foods that you gotta cut out entirely, that you can't like make a healthy version of. Well, I mean that you can't make a comparable. It's not as good. It might, like, if you could never eat pizza again, but you can have cauliflower crust pizza. That's probably still better than no pizza, but is it the same as regular pizza? No. See what I mean? Yeah, this was a cool idea. There we go, double star monolith. I wonder how many comments I've left since I started streaming. Chocolate sprinkle, even still, was my favorite as a kid. There you go, Ash. My favorite too as a kid was honey dipped or glazed and chocolate frosted. Love that chocolate frosted. 95 lives, 5,961. You keep having this gout problem, I'm going to go full vegetarian. There you go, Super Trucker J. If it raises the quality of life, it's worth it. 17 people been here, 2 people liked it, 19.3 second world record. That's only 5. There's one on top here, so there's a hidden one. You can keep it. I don't know what that is, Jimmy D. I try to take as few drugs as possible. You should have to unlock the top screen and editor. It would fix most of the blind jump issues. That's actually a great idea. Very simple. Very easy to execute, DT Spies. That's very smart. You know about East Coast math on the West Coast? 30 times 365 equals 110,950. According to West Coast math, you need 27.39 clears a day. Maybe you should shoot for 11K. I don't think it's an issue of coast-to-coast math, Craig, which is an interesting assumption to make. My bet is that you failed to factor in the 30 clears once a month for the Wednesday. The second Wednesday of every month. Let's see, I have this one's out of date. But see, we do a St. Jude stream the second Wednesday of every month. And I don't do this run during that. So that gets subtracted from the total. I'm betting that's where the math didn't line up for you, rather than it be a coast-to-coast issue. If I get to really old age, I won't care what I eat. Yeah, I think that's fair. But the gamble you make then is you don't know how much longer you're going to live. Like, you might make it to 80 and be like, all right, now I can do whatever I want. But then if you end up making it to 90, you may have just set yourself up for a real bad time. That is an unfortunate. It's same like with deciding when you're going to retire. It's a cruel game to try to gamble. There it is, Craig. It's a cruel game that you have to gamble with how much time you have left. Like, you need to have enough money so that you can be okay for X amount of years, but obviously you can never know exactly how many years you have left. And so many people will not retire till 70 or in their 70s, only to then die 2 years later. And it's like, oh my gosh, bro. If only they could have known, they obviously would have retired back in 62. It's just very cruel. Very unfair part of life. Is this my make it too? It sure is. We object show manic. Shout out to Carlos in Uruguay. There it is, Craig. I bet you that was the missing piece. 5 people been here. Nobody liked it. 58 second world record. Here's 3 red coin challenges. Okay, that was a lot easier than the first one. Ooh, 1-ups. Actually, there's a 1-up. There we go. Couple 1-ups. Where am I going, bro? Come on, man. Oh, it's so annoying. We were really getting ahead, too. I'm going to let this one go, because I'm going to get extra annoyed if something else goes wrong. So just let it go, Pat. You've learned your lesson from the past. Plants and pipes. 40 people been here, 2 people liked it, 2 on world record. Oh no! That's my fault.
Oh no!
You done at 80 unless Nintendo drops some bangers? Done what? Life? I don't know what you mean. Oh, I didn't realize. Shout out We Object Show Manic. How are you? I'm okay. How are you? She completed Super Mario Bros. 3 for the first time. That's pretty cool. That's a good achievement. Oh, I felt that one going the wrong way. All right. Well, both of those mistakes were my own, so I don't mind that nearly as much. Far less frustrating than needing to memorize the level or read the level creator's mind. Good evening, Yuri. Thanks, Sven. There we go. What if there's a hidden capsuit? Okay. Oh my good gracious. Alright, this has been a pretty cool level. Oh, that's almost crushes me.
Oh no!
Again, still my mistake. By a very, very tiny margin, but that is my mistake. That was me misunderstanding. I thought I was trying to get in the gap. All right, now the lives are getting drained quickly, so we've got to really smarten up here. Oh, buddy. Buddy boy. Now wait, is it different? It looks like there are even different options of where I can go. We need this to have 3 1-ups. There we go. Oh, buddy. No! No. I love the level. This is seeming more and more like it's super expert based on how many attempts it's taken, but a lot of those were my own mistakes. But this section, it definitely kicked it up a notch. Oh my gosh. All right, I'll give it to 85. I'll give it to 85. 2 more chances. Got it. Woo, I'm glad I clutched that out. I really like this level, so it was going to really pain me to skip. Oh, thank you, bro. You took good care of me. Very, very good, Schmeeble. I'm a fan. I think it's a wow. You ain't kidding, Rod. That was tricky, but very, very cool. Thanks, Ash and Digital Doom. Thanks for the gift, Rod. Thanks, Jess, Troy, Double Star, and House of Peachy. 90 lives, 5,962 clears. We're 1 away from hitting our 30. With 8 minutes left to go in the stream. Hope that was right. Oh my good gracious. What am I doing the rest of the day? After this, I'm gonna have lunch. Then I'm gonna go pick my sister up and we're gonna visit my uncle in hospice. Then I'm gonna visit with her and my niece for a bit. I'm gonna come home and have dinner, do my 2-mile walk, work on the basement for a bit, and then go to bed. That is my plan for the day. Did I like this? Yeah, it was okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'd like to be going on a date. That's what I'd like to be doing. You want to know the real truth. 89 lives, 5,963 clears. I think I might just call it right there. No, well, let's see if we... I'd love to get those 2 back. Let's get those 2 back. 89 lives, 5,963 clears. Let's do it. Let's go for 2 quick ones. We got to do it, Craig. Sorry if I gave you... I didn't mean to give you as hard of a time as I think I may have about the West Coast, East Coast. You're probably just making a joke. I very often misinterpret jokes and don't get them, especially when they're in text. So that's my bad. I think you were probably just trying to help out, and I may have been much harsher than I had meant to be. So sorry about that, Craig. 23 people been here, 4 people liked it, 18-second world record. What's the title? "1-1 full of spit?" Oh. Well, I think we already lost. Okay. We can do this next attempt. No! That's exactly what we can't afford! No! Get there! There we go. You make a joke, exactly. Okay, here. I'll show you the math. In fact, you know what? I'll have the graphic for tomorrow, Craig. I'll show you the graphic, and then it'll all make sense. I didn't really love that, to be honest, so we're going to let that one go. 88 lives, 5,964 clears, 1 more. And we're back on track. Because it was about a month ago. I think we went over it perfectly on stream. We double-checked, triple-checked the math. Everything is as it should be. 471 people been here, 160 people liked it. Minute 15 world record. Did I see the clutch? I did not. Thank you so much for the gift, yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay, we did that right. Fine. Spot the difference. I can see the difference. 2 coins on each, 1 muncher on each. Oh, the on-off block. This is a red. That's an on-off. That's a red. So it's the middle. Now it's a void. Okay, survival. I misunderstood. I figured it meant the following room. Well, at least we'll be able to get back where we left off quickly. When I saw the 50 coin, I was like, oh, this must be a little in-between room. But my assumption was incorrect. There we go. Now we know it's the middle. And now we're going to stay in the middle here. Oh, and they even drop 2 coins where you want to be. Oh. And then I can't get the 50, so I needed to get that right away. So I guess I did have the right idea. Save. Aim. Link? No. Ironically, you can't actually aim. But I know what they mean. Time it. Which I guess is a form of aim, I wonder. Okay, boss, here we go. I thought that was 3 hits. Can't even count anymore. Alright. Oh, okay now. Oh, okay now. There we go. All right, solid level. There we go, Lena and Ash. All right, we managed to get 2 of our buffer clears back. Back to 165. And I'll work up that graphic for tomorrow. Thank you for the 50 GGs, Donald. Hopefully I remember. All right, well, thanks for being here, chat. Thanks to anyone who hit me with any stars, shares, follows, likes, gifted subs, all the above. Thank you so much for the love and support. We had a gifted sub over on TikTok for the first time. There's Yaya with the GG. Anyone who's ever come through on Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, appreciate any way in which you've ever supported me. So this is my chance to say thank you, and I appreciate it. And if you, and I'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And if you are someone that struggles with depression or anxiety, you are not alone in that struggle, my friend. That's something I struggle with, and there are a lot of us struggling. So if you're one of them, make sure you got someone in your life you can talk to about it, a friend, family member, loved one, or therapist, and try to get some movement in your life. Take a walk outside, get your headphones in, your favorite music playing. It can make a big difference in your day, your physical health, and your mental health. So I encourage you with that. Hold on to hope. Believe better days are coming, because you never know. Tomorrow could be the best day of your life, but you got to get there to find out. So hang in there. I'm rooting for you. If you're struggling right now, know that being in the struggle means you're still in the fight, and I'm proud of you for making it this far. Don't give up. I know life can get very overwhelming and hit you with some wild lefts and rights, ups and downs, twists and turns, traumas and tragedies, and have you feeling like, oh my gosh, everything's completely ruined. Nothing's ever going to be the same without this person, place, or thing in my life anymore. What's the point when everything's getting worse, not better? And that's a valid way to feel, but it's going to lead you to some wildly inaccurate conclusions. Because the truth is, there is some amazing stuff coming your way in your life. I can't tell you exactly what that is or exactly when it's coming, but I can promise you it's coming. And when you're really depressed, it feels like it's never coming. Or even if something great happened, it wouldn't make any difference because things are too far gone. And that part is a lie. That's why it's so important to be able to recognize when you're depressed. That if you have the skill, it's a skill, to be able to analyze yourself and say to yourself willingly, you know what? I think I'm depressed right now. I'm seeing the whole world through the filter of this depression, and I can't trust my thoughts and conclusions right now. I got to reach out to someone who cares about me and say, hey, I'm struggling over here. Let's get together. Let's grab something to eat. Let's do a FaceTime. Let's talk. Let's connect. And it's not that that magically cures depression and makes all your problems go away, but it does take a huge step away from isolation, which is a very tempting and destructive choice when you're depressed. Because if you choose to isolate while you're depressed, all those inaccurate thoughts and conclusions get louder and more convincing, and can have you considering self-destructive behavior you would never consider otherwise. And that's why it ends up being so critically important to let someone in on the struggle, to reach out, let them know you're struggling. And you can convince yourself no one actually cares, no one can understand, they'll never look at me the same. But ultimately, there's been so many cases of someone engaging in self-destructive behavior, and then they leave us. And then the friends and family are left saying to themselves, what in the world? I had no idea they were even struggling. So often the depressed people are the best ones at putting up the front like everything's fine, I don't need anything, everything's cool. And then behind the scenes, they're struggling big time. So you end up not doing yourself any favors by convincing all the people that care about you not to worry, when in reality, it's okay to need support sometimes, even with or without depression, but especially with depression. But I can appreciate that it doesn't necessarily feel fun to have to ask for support or to be vulnerable and admit to feel weak and to say, hey, I'm really struggling right now. I'm having a hard time snapping out of it. So, yeah, I'm not trying to pretend it's easy and it's just A, B, and C, and then depression goes away. But I can honestly tell you, if you're willing to reach out to someone that cares about you, it is a guaranteed positive step in the right direction. That much I can guarantee you. And I can also guarantee you, as bad as it feels right now, no matter how bad it is, if you lost someone, you might be in big trouble. There's a lot of different horrible situations we go through in life. So I'm not pretending that's not the case. But I am telling you, when you're in the midst of those horrible situations, it can feel like it's never going away. I'm stuck in this and it's never going away. That's the part that's not true. Things can get better. Unexpectedly. Things that seem like a sure thing today may not be a sure thing in the future. So believing and accepting that as bad as it feels right now doesn't mean it's always going to feel this bad is a critically important piece of the puzzle. It's not the whole puzzle, but it definitely makes a huge difference. So if any of that resonates with you, know that I'm rooting for you big time. If you need a little family-friendly escape, I got you covered with thousands of hours of gaming content scattered across the internet. So make sure you're following Super Pat World, all one word, on every platform you can find me. Wherever you're watching right now, hit that follow, that subscribe. And I'm live every day. 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Thursday, 3 p.m. on Fridays, and 10 a.m. Saturdays and Sundays. 2 hours every day trying to get 30 clears so we hit 10K by the end of the stream, December 31st. So I hope to catch up with you tomorrow. Hope you have a great, safe Saturday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.